Hey, how y'all doing today? Alexander Robinson here, Alex the SEO, owner of Smart Alex SEO and Wholesale Property Marketing.com. Coming to you again. It's actually a nice clear day here in good old Las Vegas. Just taking a stroll. Just now leaving my townhome complex here. And, today I wanted to talk about something that I actually stumbled upon early this morning. And, to me, it's a question that floats around a lot, especially in the property wholesaling business or whatnot. And basically the question is, what should you build first, your seller's list or your buyer's list? Now, don't get me wrong, both of them are absolutely important. Both of them hold a tremendous amount of weight. Both of them are excellent and important tools in your real estate investment journey. But it's also the question. It's also like a question that seems to plague man for I don't know how long at this moment. It's basically what came first, the chicken or the egg. Well, in this instance, I'm siding on the side of the buyer's list. I'll explain to you why. Now, in my personal journeys, as far as wholesaling, finding properties, buying them, selling them, or whatnot, the one thing that I've noticed is that it's not that hard to find people who are willing to buy their willing to sell their properties. It's not hard to find people who are, especially in these conditions that the economy is actually produced for real estate. It hasn't been hard to find people who are more than willing to part with their property for whatever reason. I mean, there's like a 2 stacks of paper worth of reasons why people are actually selling these days. But the point I'm trying to make is, when you find those sellers, you immediately need to get that property off. Now, if you're planning to buy and sell immediately, if you're actually planning to buy the property, renovate it, remodel it, repair it, whatever fixes may or may not be done to it or need to be done to it, and then rent it out. Or maybe you just want to repair it, or depending on the condition of that property, it literally needs repair. It just needs it. And then you'll put it back on the market. You want to be able to have that property looked at and sold before the paperwork or the ink on the paperwork dries. So building your buyer's list is something that I feel holds priority over building your seller's list. Because in all honesty, you kind of naturally build your seller's list when you're out there looking for properties. When you're out there trying to find the people who are actually willing to sell. And a lot of these people that you find that are willing to sell, they aren't worthy of being on a buyer's list, on your seller's list, simply due to the fact that they're a homeowner and they just need to sell their property. They don't have multiple properties. They're not investors. So at that point, to build your seller's list, you have to specifically target people who are into basically the same thing you are. You can't put homeowners on these lists. People who are trying to get out of foreclosure situations. People who can't afford the payments on their home anymore. People who just want to move out of town and need to sell quickly for whatever reason. These are homeowners. They don't have any interest in what you're doing. The only interest they have is selling that one property that they have and moving on. And that's it, and that's all. But your buyer's list, howdy, how y'all doing now? Your buyer's list consists of homeowners, other investors, and other investors are wholesalers, fixer flippers, landlords, buy and holders. Plain and simple. Now, again, we're going to touch on the homeowners. On your buyer's list, once you sell a home to them, hey, you could pretty much probably scratch them off because they're not looking to buy multiple properties to invest in. Well, not all of them. Some of them may be. Who knows? But the point is, those necessarily aren't the people that you want to depend on. Your buyers list will consist of people who constantly want to come back and buy, or at least view, or at least take a look at the properties you have to offer, because this is what they do. This is how they make their money as well. So building your buyers list is priority. You want your buyers list there as soon as you find that seller. As soon as you find that person who wants to go ahead and get that property off. As soon as you find that person who says, I'm willing to sell, give me a price, boom, I'll take it, it's sold. Before you even get back to your office, before you walk out of that door, before you get out of traffic, you want to be able to send that information out to your buyers list. And by the time you get back to your destination or wherever you're going or finishing whatever you're doing, you have people overwhelming your email list, blowing up your telephone, waiting at your office, asking you, do you still have that property? I'll take it. That's basically what you want, and that's what your buyers list basically produces. You know, one of my first clients I had, they were a bit skeptical about the marketing solution that I'd prepared. And I told them, don't worry about it. As soon as you get that property, just bring it to me. Once he had that property in hand, he called me about a day later. As soon as I received the phone call, I went ahead and I plugged the property into my sales solution. Within, I say about an hour of me beginning the process, his phone starts to ridiculously ring off of the hook. He's getting buyers. He's getting potentials. He's getting all types of people interested in this property that he has for sale. Now, this isn't his first walk in the park, but this is his first walk in the park with me and marketing his property in this particular fashion. And I told him, I said, all right, I've done the groundwork for you. These people will be calling, texting, emailing, mailing, however they feel they need to get in contact with you. It's your job to sell them. I bring them, you sell them. So that's what he did. Within 3 weeks of acquiring this property, he had it sold. The fastest he had ever sold one of his properties was a month and a half, which I personally thought was a bit ridiculous. But the point is, this improved his process because he had a buyer's list to immediately turn to. So yeah, creating that buyer's list, that's a must. That's a priority. The seller's list will come, but the buyer's list is what you have to concentrate on creating. The buyer's list is your gold, your creme de la creme. It is your mecca, plain and simple. And understand that, remember that. Without that buyer's list, whatever sellers you have, you're dead in the water, plain and simple. So you build up that buyer's list, and when you acquire those sellers, when you get that first property or you get that next property, you want to immediately get it off, or you at least want to immediately gain attention. And your buyer's list will produce that for you. So plain and simple, that's my rant about it. And if you'd like to know more about it, I'll probably be putting together a program on this, and so many people ask me about it. You know, I've been thinking about it. So, you know, instead of thinking, maybe I should just do. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the Band Design Ninja will soon be released. It's still available to go ahead and sign up and get your pre-sign up on. To go ahead and secure your own free copy. Even after its release, it will not be free for long after that. So I suggest that you go ahead and jump on it now. You can go ahead and secure your free copy. Facebook.com/wholesale property marketing. Click on the Band Design tile and you'll be on your way. When it's officially released, you will officially know. So that's my spew for today, ladies and gentlemen. Alexander Robinson here, signing off, telling you to stay positive, progressive, prosperous, and profitable, and always keep moving forward, y'all. Love and peace. I'm out.